Hey guys, it's me, Julian, and I just wanted to show you actually five of my animals that I have, and I'm gonna tell you what they eat and basic care. So let's get right in it. And I would appreciate it if you could hit the like button down below and the subscribe button. So now let's get started onto it. Boy! So the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about is my bearded dragon. No, not my betta fish. Okay, so sorry about that, trying to switch to the camera. But as you could see, these are four beautiful betta fish. So one thing you're going to want to know about betta fish is that my tank is a little dirty, but I'm going to clean that today. But right now I'm filming a video, so yeah, sorry. So one thing you're going to want to know is that betta fish love clear water. And my water is not that clear. It's kind of musty and misty. But they love clear water, so you might want to clean it like once a week, just to be on the safe side. I just cleaned it like last week, so. And another thing is that betta fishes are very territorial, especially males. But males will not get along with other males, which is very basic. Due to them being jealous, I think. But 7 to 8 females in one tank with a male is good. But 2 males in one tank with other females is going to be a little. They're going to fight. But hold up, did I just say 7 to 8 males? If I did, please comment that down below. But it's supposed to be females, okay? But another thing that you're going to want is like 2 to 3 inches of gravel. And then maybe add some decos, and you're going to want a light, which is optional, but you're going to want to have a filter. As you can see, I have one right here. Not sure if you could see it right there. So, yeah, those are and you're going to want some other things like bloodworms, that's food. You could even feed them, betta fish pellets, but babies cannot eat that due to them having a risk of choking or them hurting their lips and the insides of their mouths and their throat, which could not having an infection but could actually hurt them into getting their food raw, their lips and mouth rotting, and that could end up to serious damage and having them die and having them have death. Keep leading them to death, which is very sad. So I did not know this back then when I was 6 years old. I bought 2 male bettas, kept them in the same tank. A couple days later, one of them was dead. It was very sad. But let's move on. As you can see, there's 4 beautiful ones. They're very beautiful. The male. Oh, so another way to identify if it's a male or a female is by their fins. If the fins are bigger, it means male. And if the fins are shorter, it means female. But yeah, that's it. So now let's move on to my bearded dragon. Okay. This is Donnie. His name is Donnie Sunshine, and this costed me around $300 just to buy, which is a lot of money. But they are very expensive, but they are easy to take care of. But there's some things that you're gonna need, and like they're very they're not dogs or fishes. Like fishes are easy to take care of. Oh, by the way, you need a 20-gallon or a 10-gallon for betta fish. Not a 5-gallon because that's too small. And one of them is very important, which is the lamp. You definitely need the UVB lamp. I got mine from I got a case from ZoomEd. Please sponsor me. I got if you don't know, a UVB lamp. I'm not trying to blind you. They're probably blinded you, but this kit cost around 200. No, like 200. No, around like $100 something, and then getting the food. The other things costed like a lot of money. So let me show you how this works. This is pretty, it looks very easy too. Okay, so another thing is that bearded dragons are very picky and with their food and vegetables, but mine loves tomatoes and little salads. But one thing is that as bearded dragons grow up, they're not gonna like that food. They might, but they might change. But another thing is that you're gonna want some calcium. This is very, very important. Gives it their nutrients. Then I love to feed my bearded dragons some mealworms. I get small because he's a baby. He's around like a couple months old or weeks. I'm not sure, but another thing you could feed them is crickets, which I do feed them, but I just ran out a couple weeks ago, so not easy. Crickets, you can buy crickets at PetSmart or Petco. Sometimes I will buy them from there, but I'm not trying to support them, but sometimes I will. Not all the time. Sometimes I'll just get some from like different pet stores or like online. But if they're like, it depends on shipping, depends on how much money I have. But if you get them from Petco, they're gonna cost around like $160 crickets. The crickets cost $160. You see Petco receipt. My mealworms. Yep. So then another thing, that's just some paper, just information, blah blah blah, or how much it costs. But another thing you're gonna came in the how do you call it? In the package on ZoomEd's thing, blah blah blah. I don't know. But that's not important. But another thing you're gonna want to keep is that the tank size. If your bearded dragon's like a little baby, like at least like as big as your hand, like this big at least, like this big, you're gonna want a 10 or 20 gallon. But if he starts, but like when they start to grow like this, you might want to change it, but I would change it, but like you could still keep them in a 10 or 20 gallon tank, but not for like a long time. But once it gets to be like this big as like your arm, like that's time to upgrade. That's time to get a 40 gallon. But as you can see, his name is Donnie Sunshine. Say hello, buddy. His tank is a little dirty. I'll clean that up right now. So, yeah. Sorry if that's giving you OCD. But another thing I would like to say is that bearded dragons love to climb. Like, they love to climb on, like, everything, almost everything. So that's why I have a couple sticks in there. So yeah, but if you're gonna get them like sticks from outside, you're gonna want to kind of shave them so that they don't have like any like little like spikes, so they don't get hurt, you know. But another thing, you do not want to have a cactus. Like if your lizard or reptile or whatever you're getting is from the desert, you do not want to get like cactuses because that could harm them, and they're very like spiky for them, and they could get hurt on that if they're climbing and then they fall. Hey, what do you want, huh? You see the camera? This does not mean he wants to escape. It actually, so a weird thing of bearded dragons is that, like, if they see a reflection of them, I've done this before. Like, this even happens with the glass. If they see a reflection of themselves, they're gonna be like, they want to like interact with them. They think it's another bearded dragon, but they're not that smart to think that. Okay, but another thing you want to know is that bearded dragons could be really pricey, and like, yeah, they're very expensive. Considering if you're gonna get a bearded dragon, always do your research first. You know, you should do research with any animal you're gonna buy. For example, if it's a crested gecko, research. If it's an iguana, research. If it's a snake, research. If it's a python, which are really big, research. If it's a rattlesnake, research, which you should probably not have because they're poisonous. And especially if you're gonna get beta fish, like fishes, like a lot of fishes. Wow. What are you doing? You better not take a doo-doo on there. You better not take a doo-doo. I swear to God if you do. Yeah, he's just giving me that look. Okay, he's eating his greens. He loves lettuce, but I just started giving him tomato today, so I'm seeing if he likes that. That little white stuff is not cheese or garlic. It's not. It's nothing else, God. It's good for that. Okay, enough of that. But one thing I'm gonna let you know, crested geckos are like they love to climb up, so you're gonna want to get a tank that's like long, but not this big. That's a little way too small. Like my 20-gallon tank, but it depends on their size. But if you're gonna, especially if you're gonna get hamsters, do your research, and they are actually not easy animals to take care of. You need like 4 or 3 inches of the, how do you call that stuff, like the stuffing, I don't know what it's called, I forgot. You need like that much, and then you're gonna want, you need like a big aquarium, not like one of, you know those ones that they sell at pet stores that are like, the ones that look like play sets that are like all colorful. No, those are like way too small for hamsters. And they could get harmed on them. And like, especially keep in mind, hamsters need a lot of space. They are not easy animals to take care of. Which is, an animal is not easy to take care of, so that's why you always have to do your research. And this is a little just tutorial about bearded dragons and beta fish, but I'm not teaching